Supporters of the Palestinians' illegal and dangerous provocations have included shutting down Christmas celebrations, blocking bridges and freeways, and occupying university campuses.
Be grateful that I'm not just going out and murdering Zionists.
I am here to stand in solidarity with this encampment.
Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine!
Please leave our house now!
We're not going anywhere.
Making it clear their presence will not be denied. But not surprisingly, the Palestinians and their supporters do not like it when they are the ones that are provoked. That makes them feel threatened.
Back here in Cleveland, the Council on American Islamic Relations has now filed a federal civil rights complaint against Case Western Reserve University. The complaints allege Palestinian students were treated unfairly during the encampment on campus last spring. News 5's Nadine Abasada has the breakdown.
3 months ago, Palestinian students and supporters formed an encampment on Case Western Reserve University's campus in protest of the war between Israel and Hamas. The encampment lasted 10 days. Now, in a Title VI complaint, CAIR is asking the U.S. Department of Education to investigate Case Western, alleging the university discriminated against Palestinian students or anyone with affiliation to Palestine, as well as Muslims and Arabs.
We tried to reach out to President CAIR several times to sit down and have a discussion with him, and he refused. The students tried, CAIR tried, and we decided that this is unfair. You know, no student should feel unwelcomed on their campus, a campus where they pay college tuition, where they come to learn and receive a well-rounded education.
Within the complaint, they highlight a list of occasions where the students felt they were treated differently. They say a student group, Students for Justice in Palestine, was suspended off campus without a hearing. The suspension comes after Palestinian flyers were glued across campus. Case Western released a statement about the complaint, writing the following: "We support the rights of our students, faculty, and staff to protest and share their ideas in accordance with the policy on freedom of expression, expressive activities," adding that as they work to uphold the critical importance of freedom of expression, they remind everyone that constructive dialogue should never involve language or actions that intimidate or threaten others. The Office of Civil Rights will now decide whether or not they will investigate. Reporting in Cleveland, Adina Busada, News 5.
The recent TV newscast announcing the Hamas-linked Council on American Islamic Relations' latest legal filing on behalf of Palestinian students against Case Western Reserve University shows that they are bewildered at why anyone would treat the poor Palestinians with anything but deference. Here one can see CAIR's Ohio Executive Director, Phaeton O'Day, pleading with wide-eyed innocence that they tried to talk to the university but were just ignored, and so they felt compelled to file a Title VI complaint against Case Western with the Department of Education's Office of Civil Rights. In the complaint, under the section CWRU deliberately remains indifferent when Palestinian and Palestinian-affiliated students endure harassment, intimidation, and bullying, we get an example of the terrible treatment Palestinian students are facing in the form of one Alec Popivker. This is about Alexander Popivker, and here he is carrying an Israeli flag through a small Palestinian demonstration at Cleveland State University. And that is what he does. He goes around provoking the Hamasniks at CSU. Apparently, they only like it when they are the ones being provocative. In fact, when he uploaded a video of two nasty girls pouring soda by a group of signs Popivker had made about the hostages held by Hamas, the girls filed a police report. Apparently, they were receiving a lot of hateful comments online.
Oh, this
I can film you too. I can film
think this is actually kind of amusing. But Popivker kept at it and stole a banner that showed the country of Israel covered in the Palestinian colors. As an act of civil disobedience, I have removed the terrorist banner that erases the Jewish state that was displayed at Cleveland State University Student Center. This incitement to annihilation of Israel should have never been permitted at CSU. The pan-Arab Nazi flag was designated as a terrorist symbol by Israel. Is the CSU really in solidarity with this? And that's when they arrested Popivker, and he was sentenced to 10 days in jail for stealing the annihilationist banner. His charges were eventually dismissed, but he has been banned from campus as persona non grata. And that's it. This funny, brave little man is part of CAIR's evidence of a crisis level of hate directed against Palestinians. As CAIR notes in its complaint against Case Western, Popivker has now been declared persona non grata at Cleveland State. But this also included a message for the students. Cleveland State University President Laura Bloomberg, Ph.D., discussed campus safety following Alec Popivker's now dismissed felony charges that stemmed from an extensive police report filed by two CSU students, stating that it's not her job to, quote, guarantee any one of us 100% safety on university campus. I struggle with the word safe, said Bloomberg. It's not a safe world. It's just not. There are a lot of things that make it not safe. We can try to maximize the level of safety on campus, but people also have their rights, and I cannot control that. What the university can't do, according to Wilson, is monitor Popivker's presence 24/7. We don't have the resources to have someone sitting in front of a camera watching every camera that we have, Wilson added. Bloomberg suggested that students should ignore Popivker's speech altogether by giving him a, quote, collective deaf ear, unquote, as a means of seeing an end to this issue. She also encouraged student groups to host events and conversations to alleviate tension and facilitate dialogue. She also suggested the community not be overly concerned about Popivker. Quote, when we are in a city that is the 10th highest crime rate in the country, unquote. I'm a little perplexed when I think about all the things that could happen around campuses, not this campus, but in general, how this one individual can take up so much real estate in our heads, said Bloomberg. So Alec Popivker is CAIR's example of the unfair treatment of Palestinians on Case Western campus. The story of CAIR's announced complaint against the university was filed by Nadine Abusada, who has moderated events for CAIR in the past.
What's up, guys? I'm Nadine Abusada. I'm a board member for AAC.
She is giving CAIR a legitimacy and importance it does not deserve. Nadine Abusada might have waited for the Office of Civil Rights to decide if CAIR's complaint had merit before filing her report. But if the OCR decided that it wouldn't investigate CAIR's claims, then there wouldn't be any story, and the public wouldn't have the impression that CAIR is fighting injustice at Case Western. CAIR's complaint is full of statements about illegal occupation and claims that from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free is not hateful. Intifada just means a protest, and the keffiyeh is just a scarf. All the SJP wanted to do is form illegal encampments on university property, and so on. Who knows what the Office of Civil Rights will ultimately decide, but to try to portray Alec Popivker as a dangerous bully while telling us that the Students for Justice in Palestine is just protesting the quote-unquote illegal occupation is pathetic.
And who better to uplift Arabs than Arabs?